Hey guys, it is Danny and welcome to this video, and I'm here with updates on the tropics. We have quite a bit to talk about in this video. We have our tropical storm Eta, which is expected to re-strengthen back to a hurricane, and we have a lot of watches and warnings in place. We also have the tropical disturbance out in the Atlantic that might develop into our next tropical, or should I say subtropical system, and another Caribbean disturbance. Will we have yet another named storm in the Caribbean in the month of November? Please keep watching this video to find out. And before I go into details, however, please do subscribe if you haven't and tap the bell so you know every time when I post a new video, because I will keep you guys updated on tropical activity right throughout the season. And you can also follow me on Instagram. My weather account is Weather Girl Danny, and my personal account is Danny Henry Official. And you can also join my Discord server. The link to that is in the description of this video. Okay guys, so first we want to talk about, of course, Tropical Storm Eta. So right there we are seeing a view of the Western Atlantic, and actually the storm has been affecting most of the Western Caribbean and is now going to be a significant threat to Florida, as it is expected to become a hurricane very soon. And even here in Jamaica, we've been having a lot of rainfall from Eta as it after it formed. And so next, let's go to the National Hurricane Center's cone forecast. And so we see that there are lots of watches and warnings. We have a tropical storm warning in place for most of central Cuba, the northern Bahamas, and for most of Florida. And then we also have a hurricane warning in place for South Florida and the Keys as well. We have a tropical storm watch and hurricane watch in place for Florida, and also a tropical storm watch for the most westerly side of Cuba. So as Eta is going to be lingering around, it is really going to be a very significant threat. And of course, the most dangerous part of any landfalling tropical cyclone is the rainfall, guys. So if you're in any of these areas to be affected or being affected by Eta, you really want to take the necessary precautions and stay safe. And we're actually seeing that this is expected to re-strengthen to a hurricane maybe sometime on Monday, late Monday. This could re-strengthen back to a hurricane, and it's going to be weakened because of some unfavorable conditions. Fortunately, because if conditions were quite favorable, this could become a significant tropical cyclone again. But fortunately, that's not the case. But that doesn't make the system any less dangerous. So if you're in Florida, please take the necessary precautions, and also other areas that are being or to be affected by Eta while it is going to be making its way to the west and then making a turn up to the north and northeast, guys. And so there are other the conditions that will be inhibiting it will be mentioned later down in this video. That is the ocean temperature and the wind shear. And so now let us go on to our other two tropical disturbances that are located in the Atlantic basin. So first off is that one just out in the Atlantic, not an imminent threat to land, and at this time it is given a low 30% chance of development through the next 5 days. And we're seeing that yellow arrow to point to the shaded area. Why is that? And so the reason is because it is currently in unfavorable conditions. So while it is not in the vicinity of that shaded area, we're not expecting any tropical development from it. But once it does, then there is the chance of it becoming a tropical cyclone, guys. And if this develops at least before our next disturbance, it will acquire the name Theta, which is the next name on the list. And if that one develops, which we are going to right now, it will acquire the name Iota, which would have been the next name after Theta. So at this time, it is given a low 20% chance of development through the next 5 days. And we're not seeing the X to show where that low pressure area is located, and that is because it has not yet developed. And actually there's an area of disturbed weather, I believe, moving into the Caribbean. That is what is given the potential to become a tropical cyclone very soon. And so guys, if you are in the Caribbean, you might want to be very, very cautious, because this could be yet another significant tropical system. We have the GFS model expecting it to become a hurricane, which we will go to the prediction very, very shortly for that. But at this time the chance is low. But once the favorable conditions will be persistent, we will definitely see this chance increasing for this to develop into a tropical cyclone. So now let us go on to what the GFS model is expecting. So guys, here we have it, and actually this is by Saturday the 14th of November, and there we have the low pressure area located in the Atlantic has developed into a subtropical system. We have that low pressure area in the Caribbean, and we also have ETA in the Gulf of Mexico, guys. So we really want to be focusing on the tropical disturbance that is located in the Caribbean. And so there we have it. The GFS model is not showing something very strong, so most likely at that point it is a tropical depression. But looking further out, this is by Tuesday the 17th, so just 3 days later, and there we have a significant tropical cyclone in the Caribbean, the South Caribbean, just south of Jamaica at that time. And so that is potentially a strong tropical storm or even a hurricane at that point. So if you are in the Caribbean, you want to be cautious. Going further out, it looks like this system has become a much stronger tropical cyclone. But again, this is just what the GFS model is expecting, and we don't have a lot of our other models that are really picking up on it. Or should I say the major models like the Euro model and the Icon model, they're not really picking up on this becoming something very, very strong as of now, that is. So guys, we really have to watch that disturbance. And so now let us go to two of our significant factors when it comes on to a tropical cyclone developing or intensifying. And so this is of course the ocean temperature map, and the more we see these oranges going to the red, those are warmer ocean temperatures, while we're seeing those bright yellows going down to the greens, the blues, that is low temperature, guys. So we have a lot of significant ocean temperatures in the Caribbean at this time. That is really going to be helping to push that tropical disturbance to develop. And we realize that in the Gulf we're having a cool down, so that is the reason why we're not really expecting ETA to be something very, very strong in the Gulf of Mexico, and that is very, very fortunate, guys. And so now to the wind shear map. And at this time in the South Caribbean, actually the different colors here show different intensities of the shear. We have the reds meaning strong wind shear, which is unfavorable shear, the yellow being neutral, and the greens meaning favorable. And we have a lot of greens being in place for the Caribbean. So if that tropical disturbance is going to be in that area, which is likely, very, very likely, we will definitely have it developing into a tropical cyclone. And let's hope that we do not have the worst case scenario, that is something being like ETA rapidly intensifying, guys. But again, it is very possible. So if you're in the Caribbean, I would say most likely the Western Caribbean and Central America, please take the extra precautions. And so guys, we are on our way to the end of the season and also the end of the year, and we have been in a very record-breaking Atlantic hurricane season for this year, and we currently have ETA in use, and the next two names that are to be used are Theta and Iota. So will those two tropical disturbances develop? Well, it is possible, and we just have to watch them as time goes by. And so guys, that is really it for this update, and if you found this video to be pretty informative, please give a thumbs up, and you can also share your thoughts with me in the comments or ask questions. I'll try to respond as best and as soon as I can. And just remember to always be weatherwise, and I'll keep giving all your necessary updates on the tropics as time goes by.